one of the things that he and I would discuss is the role of Jesus. We would talk about Jesus as a messenger of God, peace be upon him, but at the same time, he would explain how it is that Jesus would not be God himself and why. The things that I was offering to present my side of it wouldn't hold up very well, especially in light of just simple logic. If, he said, God has children, then it would be logical that somebody should be the father of God himself. So it would be, who's the grandfather of Jesus? I said, wait a minute. He said, think about this. If God could have a son, why couldn't he have a daughter? So you got two men running the place. Is that fair? I'm thinking, no, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't, now it started clicking. Doesn't make sense. He told me now about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. That we as Muslims, he said, don't believe that Muhammad is the son of God, or that he's 1 in 3 with God, or even that he tells God what to do, or they share sort of a double position here. But rather that Muhammad himself said that he was a Rasul and an Abd, a slave. And that he wanted people to know that he was a slave of God. Actually, that sounded better to me, and I knew a little bit of the research that had been done in this area amongst some of the scholars, and it appears as though the word that they were using, father, in some places, with Abba, is how they say it in their language, could have been added later, substituted later, for Lord, Rabb. It also appeared that you could substitute this word, which was Koine Greek, for son, for slave. Ahmed Deedat had a book that was very interesting on this subject, about the Parakletos. That's the word in the Koine Greek. And after reading that, it really helped me to start thinking about in terms of who Jesus really was. Because it seemed to me that was the stumbling block. That was more the problem than anything else. Because as I'm seeing a Muslim, I said, I like the way he is, his behavior. All of this, I'm very enticed really by this and wish I would be like this person. But he doesn't accept Trinity. He doesn't accept Son of God. He doesn't accept that Jesus is God walking on the earth. And these are all things that I'd always heard from the majority of all the Christian religions, the denominations, whether they're Catholic, whether they're Protestant. A couple of the churches, though, I spoke to, didn't accept Trinity at all. And they said this was nonsense, that it was actually something introduced several hundred years after Jesus by the Roman government when it took over the religion. For the most part, though, most of them accepted Trinity, most of them accepted Son of God, and that Jesus is one who is really God incarnate.